Yeah. Who wrote that?
Let's see. Well, let me see. I don't have a byline, but I can tell you the publication.
Okay.
It was the Glasgow Daily Times. 1978. Chinatown. Facelift.
On North Ray Street.
Boy, they lifted the face so much that I don't know where it was.
Yeah, can't even tell.
That's right.
It's way different now.
All right, here we go to 1988. This was the day the Glasgow Middle School won the KAA District Championship. The Berrien County High School boys won the high school competition in the Governor's Cup. That's of the KAA. I don't know what the. Well, no, it's just the KAA.
Kentucky Athletic Association.
Yeah, I guess so. That's probably, maybe that's what the middle school
academic. No, they won the Governor's Cup.
Yes,
that's academic teams.
Okay,
The Kentucky
right.
Academic Association.
So 1988, making us proud.
Look at me chiming in knowing that.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm going to start keeping score.
Chiming in or Chinatown?
Both.
Okay. 1988, this was a day in history that Jean Marie Lawson was announced to be representing Western Kentucky University at the Mountain Laurel Festival in Pineville.
Well.
And you know that Jean Marie did an awesome job of representing her community.
She did an amazing job.
Yeah, no question about it. See, you remember those good terms, don't you?
I do.
She was an amazing candidate.
The first time I met her, I was like, it's amazing to meet you.
See, those little things work, though. That's part of understanding marketing. 2008, this day, the Far Off Broadway Players were presenting Lying in State with actors Barbara Pendleton, Jim Thurman, Nick Swain, Randy Chapman, John Hitchcock, Peggy Goodman, and Kelly Bunch. Now, the ironic thing about that is that this very day we're going to have Charlie Goodman of the Far Off Broadway Players. He's going to be here with us live to talk about the next big production coming up for the Far Off Broadway Players. So we're going to give you some information on that as he is here today about 7:30 or so. Okay, and history continues.
Yes, it does.
In the archives, where who knows what we'll come up with next. Least of all will we know what we're going to come up with next.
Yeah, I just make it up as I go.
That's right. So anyway, we certainly have enjoyed learning a lot from the folks who do the digging for the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center, which is a fabulous place. I got to make sure, of course, we had the big Black History Month celebration this past weekend, and there's still, part of the exhibit is still down there. So come on down and check that out. We're getting ready for some new things coming up here at the Cultural Center. A big thank you to our sponsors, Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services, as well as being brought to you by your friends at the Tony Hogan Health Clinic. It is 6:51.
PBI Bank is the Morning.
We feel heartfelt sorrow for the families involved as far as being responsible, feeling responsibility. You know, we worked that out, and there was nothing different we would have done.
CBS News Update. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
This is WCLU Glasgow, WCLU FM Munfordville, W253BN Glasgow. Services of Royce Radio Incorporated.
Sandy Kerr of Glasgow is proof that dental implants from Dr. Jim Thurman and Glasgow Dental Care are appropriate at any age, particularly with the kind of problems she was having.
You cannot eat. It's hard to talk. It's very uncomfortable. You know, you lose all your confidence. You can put up with it if you have the nerve. You know, I didn't. I'm still young.
And sometimes it can be downright scary.
We went to a wedding in Orlando at Walt Disney World. In riding one of the rides, I realized that I couldn't scream because my teeth would fall out. So I had to grit my teeth so they wouldn't fall out.
So Sandy began the implant process with Dr. Thurman, and the process had a positive effect on her.
I do not regret doing it. I learned so much, and the people and associates out there are great, friendly, offer to help you any chance they can. They're just family now.
The bottom line is,
it changes your life completely.
Call for an appointment at 270-651-5939. Glasgow Dental Care. Doctors Thurman, Cassidy, and Riley. Terry Hagan at Bailey Gibson Buick GMC is doing some heavy name dropping and some heavy price dropping.
I've got the Envision Buick midsize SUV, 18% off. On a $40,000 vehicle, you're down around $32,000, so that's huge. And I've also got some Acadias that have got 15% off. Normally we don't have that much on those, but it's really good this month. They've really stepping up to the plate trying to get people good bargains. I've got supplier pricing on my GMC Crew Cab Sierra SLTs, my Yukons, and my Yukon XL. That's huge too. That saves you a ton of money. I've got Buick LaCrosses right now that have up to $6,000 off on those. And I've got Buick Regals that have up to $7,000 off. And we're ready to make a deal with you. Let's sit down, let's talk. I'm going to get you the best deal. I need to move some merchandise.
Corner of Happy Valley Road and Lexington Drive. That's where all the prices are falling. At Bailey Gibson Buick GMC.
Everybody wants to feel good about their pharmacy, but in the quest for good health, price does become a factor. In Glasgow, we have a pharmacy that has been able to combine customer service with the lowest possible price day in and day out. That pharmacy is Park Avenue Pharmacy. Ask your friends. They'll tell you that when comparing the price of prescription drugs time and time again, Park Avenue Pharmacy is the lowest price. And with full-time pharmacists and friendly faces you know, you should request the prescriptions be filled at Park Avenue Pharmacy. Park Avenue Pharmacy is located in the Park Avenue Shopping Center, easy to get to from anywhere. Phone 651-5156. You can get low prices and full service. Simply trust Park Avenue Pharmacy in Glasgow.
708 at WCLU and 62 degrees. We had a little bit of a sound problem there at the top of the hour, so if you missed the trivia question, I'll give you the question real quickly here. We wanted to know where Willie Nelson went to college. And it was Christy Stinson who called up and said that Willie is a Baylor Bear. Baylor College. Baylor University, I guess, in Texas. So anyway, we want to make sure and repeat that for you. And now we've got Angela Briggs live in the WCLU newsroom to bring you the 7 o'clock morning edition. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Henry. 3 people were found dead in Allen County. Around 10:30 yesterday morning, state police received a call from the Allen County Sheriff's Office asking for assistance with a death investigation. Sheriff's deputies had responded to Ray Purdue Road and found 3 individuals dead in the front yard near the front door. 41-year-old Jimmy Siddons, 73-year-old Jimmy Neal Siddons, and 72-year-old Helen Siddons had sustained apparent gunshot injuries. They were pronounced dead at the scene by the Allen County Coroner's Office. State police processed the scene throughout the day yesterday. They were assisted by the Allen County Sheriff's Office and Scottsville Police. At 6:19 p.m. last night, deputies with the Sedgwick County Sheriff's Office in Colorado located and detained 28-year-old Edward Siddons of Scottsville. after a vehicle pursuit. Siddons was wanted for questioning regarding the investigation into the deaths of his biological grandparents and his uncle. 9 o'clock last night, arrest warrants for Edward Siddons were issued by Allen County Circuit Court for 3 counts of murder, violation of a Kentucky EPO, and theft by unlawful taking of an automobile. Law enforcement officials in Colorado arrested Siddons on the warrants. At the present time, Siddons remains lodged in the state of Colorado. Extradition is pending. One child was stat flighted after an early morning accident around 7 o'clock yesterday morning. Glasgow police responded to South Fork Road to investigate an accident. It appears that Kyle Bragg was traveling westbound on South Fork Road when the rear of his pickup truck began to slide while he was going around a curve. The truck then dropped off the shoulder of the roadway and began to roll. 2 children were inside. One child was in a safety seat. The other child was ejected from the vehicle. The child that was ejected was stat flighted from the scene to Vanderbilt University Children's Hospital in Nashville. No other injuries were reported. Hundreds of Family Resource and Youth Services Center coordinators are expected to gather at the state capitol today to promote how the Family Resource and Youth Services Centers have impacted thousands of children for the past 26 years and advocate for continued support of their programs. Due to the recent budget cuts of over $4 million for the current fourth quarter of 2018, many of their partners are concerned about the diminished staff, activities, and program success. Organizers and advocates also hope to help send a message about how 2018 through 2020 budget cuts could halt the momentum centers have built across all 120 counties, and they are considered the national standard for the provision of school-based services. Cave City Police made 2 Friday arrests, a mouthful of marijuana, and a theft investigation leads to drug charges. Around 7 o'clock Friday night, Officer Paul Reynolds with Cave City Police went to a residence on Old Lexington Road to recover property that was possibly stolen. Once at the home, Officer Reynolds made contact with 37-year-old Todd Ohm, who gave consent to search. During the search, Officer Reynolds found several pieces of drug paraphernalia, marijuana, and meth. Ohm was arrested, charged with possession of a controlled substance. First degree, possession of marijuana, drug paraphernalia, and endangering the welfare of a minor. Officer Reynolds was assisted by the Barren River Drug Task Force. Around 8:30 Friday night, Officer Mark Johnson with Cave City Police saw a 93 Dodge Dakota not come to a complete stop at the stop sign at the intersection of E.P. Terry and South Dixie Highway. After noticing only one tail light, Officer Johnson made a traffic stop. Now, after making contact with the driver, Officer Paul Reynolds and K9 Jacks were called to the scene. 18-year-old Ricky Jones of Edmonton was a passenger inside the vehicle and was asked to get out while officers conducted the search. While Officer Johnson was frisking Jones for weapons, he noticed Jones was chewing on something. When he asked what he was chewing on, Jones said marijuana. Shortly after, Ricky Jones was placed under arrest, charged with tampering with physical evidence, possession of marijuana, possession of a controlled substance, prescription of a controlled substance not in the proper container. Both men were taken to and lodged in the Barron County Detention Center. It's 7:13 a.m., a marvelous 62 degrees.
I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. As recent history tells us, disasters can happen. It's impossible to prepare for everything, but it is possible to prepare for what happens next. And that's where we come in. At ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance Agency, we can provide you with many options as an independent agency.
And it's our job to make sure you know about all the what-ifs so that your policy has you prepared for what happens next.
So just ask us. We'd be honored that you did. Just give us a call at 651-8837.
We're ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance Agency.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
In more local news, when it comes to the future of workforce, there's certainly the trend that it will be technology-driven. Now, while manufacturing jobs have seen a decline, those of a technical nature are on the rise. Barron County actually has the opportunity to be at the forefront. Judge Executive Michael Hale is expected to ask the court this morning to let the court know about the opportunity the county has to bring a coding program. Touted for its excellent training and placement, the program will be here as long as the court speaks up in support, both vocally and financially. In other court business, along with public officials report, fiscal court's also going to hear from the Budget and Transportation Committee. They'll also plan to award the bid for the road department surplus vehicles and equipment. In departmental reports, Emergency Management will discuss a search and rescue grant as well as equipment leasing with Warren County Emergency Management. In new business, Danny Sexton and Mike Hatcher are going to request a purchase order for a volunteer fire department repeater. Jerry Ralston will address the court about the Sustainable Glasgow using the courthouse square for Bounty the Barons Farmers Market. Fiscal Court will meet this morning, 9 a.m. in the Fiscal Court Chambers in the Government Center in downtown Glasgow. You can catch the Fiscal Court meeting online on WCLU Radio's Facebook page, as well as watch WCLU.com. Kentucky might join the list of states calling for a federal constitutional convention, a move that some say would open up Pandora's box. House Joint Resolution 81 and 119 were recently introduced in Kentucky, and they call for a constitutional convention to limit the powers and spending of the federal government. Jesse Frost with Kentuckians for the Commonwealth cautions that under Article 5 there are no rules or precedents to ensure a constitutional convention sticks to its stated intent.
You could have a group of people going in and massively changing tax laws or adjusting certain rights, religion, freedom of press, term limits for the president, term limits for Congress. We really don't know. That could totally be hyperbole, but it could at the same right be possible.
It takes 34 states to call a convention, 38 to ratify an amendment, 28 have already passed resolutions calling for the convention. Now, the Constitution can also be amended and has in the past with approval of 2/3 of Congress. Proponents of a convention of states say it's needed because Congress will never rein in its own power, but Frost questions those motives.
It seems a little unlikely given that the people pushing it the most are conservatives who have supported a lot of the people who are currently in Congress. And that's groups like ALEC, who are supported by very conservative individuals and corporations. So it's just a little bit hard to believe.
There are disputes among legal scholars as to whether states or Congress would control the process should a convention of states be called. Supporters contend 3/4 of states' approval of any amendment proposed would safeguard the process. Frost counters that the Constitution puts no authority above the convention, not even the courts. With WCLU Local News, I'm Angela Briggs, 7:17 a.m., still a marvelous 62 degrees.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Ed Huckleberry. A Whitley County man is in custody for the murders of 2 women and an unborn child this past weekend. Paul Brock of Corbin faces 3 counts of murder after the 2 women were found shot to death. Family friend Catherine Rucker tells WKYT about hearing the news.
My heart just dropped, and it's so horrible because Tiffany was pregnant with her first child, and she was 3 months.
The dead are identified as 74-year-old Mary Jackson and her 33-year-old granddaughter Tiffany Myers. Brock is also charged with murder for the death of Myers' unborn. An Allen County man is in custody in Colorado on 3 counts of murder back in Kentucky. 28-year-old Edward Siddons is charged with the shooting deaths of his grandparents and uncle. They are identified as 73-year-old Jimmy Neal Siddons, his wife 72-year-old Helen, and their 41-year-old son Jimmy Neal Siddons II. Their bodies were found by an Allen County Water District worker who was reading a meter at the home. Extradition proceedings against Siddons are underway. State Trooper Robert Purdy issues a warning on social media saying violent threats toward any school is not going to be tolerated and will be fully investigated. In Whitley County, Sheriff Colin Harrell tells WKYT why one 17-year-old in custody after making threats against the Whitley County schools.
He had a love interest with a girl, and I think he was wanting to be closer to her.
In Jessamine County, 2 teens were arrested after online threats were made over the weekend. Other threats were in Clay, Knox, and Bullock counties. The Bell County Sheriff's Office is charging a Pineville man with sexual offenses. The Sheriff's Office says 68-year-old Arnold Fuson is accused of abuse involving an underage family member. I'm Ed Huckleberry.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Did you know that last year in Kentucky there were over 9,000 crashes involving semi-trucks?
Campaigns can be stressful. You've got to make it to every event, understand every issue, shake every hand, ask for every vote, you smile the entire time. Thank goodness you've got WCLU, your home for love.
I've been going around the world and I've been looking for revival, cause what I see it's critical for all of our survival. People turning on each other, lovers put on
Hello.
That'll be $349.07. Sir, I can't take that, and that's only about $120 anyway.
But the Magic Man pays 3 times face value at Glasgow Coin and Jewelry. Watch this.
We can make that happen.
top dollar guaranteed.
Not to be confused with Magic Mike.
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, outpatient services center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
Would you like to choose when you pay your electric bill? With EPB iPay, you can. iPay allows you to draft money into your electric account online or at our office. The myusage.com website lets you keep track of how much electricity you're using and lets you know your current balance. When your account's getting low, you can get reminders to add more money to your electric account by text or email. With iPay, there's no due date, no late fees. Sign up for iPay at the EPB office at 100 Mallory Drive.
Pleasant start to the day. Let's turn to local sports. In high school basketball last night, the girls' 15th district tournament started at Glasgow High School with the following results. Barron County defeated Monroe County 63-43, and it was Glasgow downing Allen County Scottsville 49-41. Now, in the 18th district semifinals, in girls action, it was Greene County 75, Caverna 43. And in boys action, Caverna down Greene County 98-74. 12th District, Edmonson County defeated Butler County 56-24. The 16th District semis, it was Clinton County 64, Metcalfe County 46. That was a boys contest. The 14th District first round games from last night. An exciting game in the girls' action as Greenwood defeated Warren Central 61-56 in overtime. And in boys' action in the 14th, it was South Warren downing Greenwood 59-51. 13th District semis from last night. In girls' action, it was Logan County over Franklin Simpson by a final of 42-29. And it was in boys' action, Franklin Simpson downing Logan County 65-61. Now tonight, the boys' 15th District tournament opens up at Glasgow High School with a semifinal game between top-seeded Monroe County and number 4 seed Allen County Scottsville. That's at 6 o'clock tonight. Joe Myers, Larry Alexander, and Bruce Trabule will have live coverage of the contest at about 5:50 tonight on Light 102.3 on WCLU 1490 online at playwclu.com. The 18th District semifinals at Caverna High School, Hart County's girls and boys each faced LaRue County, with the girls playing first at 5:30. In the 12th District semis at Whitesville Trinity, Edmonson County's boys go up against Whitesville Trinity. The 16th District semis at Clinton County High School, Metcalfe County girls play Clinton County, and Russell County's boys take on Cumberland County. In the 14th District semis at Greenwood High School, South Warren's girls face Greenwood, and Bowling Green's boys take on South Warren. And in the 13th District semis at Logan County High School, Russellville's girls and boys both play at Todd Central. And that's a check of local sports.
Does it seem like insurance companies control every decision about your health care? At Glasgow Prescription Center, we say enough is enough. We are leading the charge to help you take back control from insurance companies. You are paying the premiums they ask for, so you should be getting what you paid for. We make sure they honor their commitment. We dispute denials and get clear answers on questions of what's covered and what's not. If your insurance company has too much control over your health care,
Take it back.
Glasgow Prescription Center in the Southgate Plaza Plaza is on your side.
Citizens First has a great opportunity for you to grow your hard-earned money. With as little as $500, Citizens First's limited time 18-month certificate of deposit with an annual percentage yield of 2.02% APY will get your money working for you. Stop by any branch today to learn more. Citizens First Bank. Come grow with us.
Yield effective Friday, January 26, 2018. Substantial penalty for early withdrawal. Not valid with any other promotional rate, CD offer, special product discounts, or coupons. Public funds or other municipal accounts excluded. Rate subject to change. Member FDIC.
I'm Roxanne Cloyd, also known as the Nido Floating, Calorie Drowning, Water Weightlifting, Woohoo Yelling, Floor Balancing, H2O Aerobics Instructor. As you probably guessed, that means I'm the Splashing H2O Instructor, Aqua Emotion, and we have lots of fun. If you have aches and pains in your joints, my class at Extreme Health Club is where you need to be. It's soothing to your body, and it's important that you don't throw in the towel, you dry off with it after a fun Splashing H2O class at Extreme Health Club. Everything is more fun when it's in the water. Call me now. Classes fill up quickly. 651-3036.
You've all probably heard the news by now that Unique Gifts will be closing their doors for good in a matter of weeks, but as the saying goes, you can't take it with you. So Unique Gifts is offering special discounts throughout the store, like 70% off select clothes, 50% off select Vera Bradley, and anything in the store is a minimum of 25% off while these items last. So don't delay. Come shop, save, and celebrate the end of a uniquely wonderful era at Unique Gifts in Glasgow.
Well, let me tell you what, we got guests in the studio right here. We love having guests for sure, and I'm just so excited that the Honorable Charles Goodman of Far Off Broadway Player fame has put it in the schedule to come down here and visit with us live, because we got a biggie this weekend with The Odd Couple at the Plaza Theater. Charlie, thanks for joining us today, sir.
It's a pleasure to be here, Henry.
I always enjoy, because y'all always pull it off. I mean, it's amazing. I know that probably, I don't know. Hold on a second. I meant to keep this out, Charlie, but in the archives this morning, 10 years ago today, we were on the air promoting Lying in State with Barbara Pendleton, Jim Thurman, Nick Swain, Randy Chapman, John Hitchcock, Peggy Goodman, and Kelly Bunch.
That's right.
Those are some excellent actors right there for sure.
That's right. That's the first play I directed.
Oh, it was, huh?
Yes, I learned what I was doing about 3 or 4 years later. But we've had a lot of fun with all of these plays. This one, we're bringing back to the theater an old chestnut, if you will.
Okay.
The Odd Couple, which is, of course, a complete departure from To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yes, it is. But, it shows the versatility of the group.
Well, and they're going to see, the audience will see a lot of versatility in the acting. This was Neil Simon's most famous play, I would suppose. It's set in 1965 in a New York high-rise apartment. And most people of a certain age are very familiar with the plot of The Odd Couple.
Right.
You have Oscar Madison, who's the penultimate slob, and his best friend, Felix Unger, moves in with him because Felix's wife has kicked him out of the house for the reason that, among other things, Felix is an insufferable neat freak. So you have the neat freak and the slob trying to live together. And it centers around they're trying to accommodate each other, failing miserably. I play one of the poker players that they're featured in a couple of the acts. We have some old, I don't want to say old, seasoned veterans in the cast.
I thought that's what you're referring to, the chestnut said.
No. I'm one of the poker players, and Temple Dickinson is another poker player.
All right. Neither one of those are stretches, I can tell you.
No, not at all. And Phil Patton is another one of the poker players. He wouldn't want to admit it, but that's not a stretch either. John Botts is the other poker player. Now, that is a stretch.
Yes, it is. But, we'll get used to it.
But we're all having a big time with it. Nick Swain plays Felix Unger, and Nick as you mentioned, he was in 10 years ago. He was in a play, so obviously he's a veteran. Paul Glotfelter, who's the husband of Carolyn Glotfelter, the director of the Plaza, and our artistic director plays Oscar Madison, and
very talented.
Yes, very talented. We think it'll be a very enjoyable time for everyone. We just finished setting the set, the load-in, as we call it. It's taken us 2 days. The amount of lumber in there would do Habitat for Humanity proud.
Well, there's an afterlife for the set, huh?
Well, you will see a high-rise New York apartment. You will not be denied any of that. The show times, and I don't want to forget that, are this weekend, obviously, because that's when I come on your program, is the week of the play. Friday night at 7 o'clock and Saturday night at 7 o'clock, and a Sunday matinee, which has become more and more popular, by the way.
Sure.
At 2 o'clock. The cost is $12, and they add another buck on their historical preservation. As always, with the Plaza 1,000-seat facility, plenty of good seats still available, but again, depends on how close you want to sit. If you want to sit close, get your tickets now.
Sure.
If you don't particularly care, then you can just do walk-in. There will always be seats available. We're looking forward to it, and we hope that the community is also.
Well, I can tell you this: the Far Off Broadway Players has a reputation and a knack for when people leave the theater, they are very satisfied, they have been entertained, and they are very pleased that we have this opportunity in our community. And I feel like this weekend will be the same.
And I mentioned most of the members of the cast. I would be remiss if I didn't also include the famous Pigeon Sisters, who are the object of Oscar's attention. And they are being played by Tori Palmore, who was in our summer dinner theater, and Anna Tyson, who's new to us. She's come all the way from Tennessee to be in this play.
Oh, wow. Well, that should be, we should make her feel welcome.
They do a fantastic job also.
It's the Odd Couple. You want to throw in any more names there from the cast? I mean, we got time.
I have just given you the cast.
Okay. I didn't know if there's anybody you left out.
It's not a large cast.
Okay, all right.
Emily Mahat is our stage manager. Alan Hogan is our director. This is his first foray as director. He's been in many of our plays, played a variety of roles for us. And this is his first directorial debut. And he's done a fine job also. We really worked hard on this, and the audience sees the end product of the effort. They really don't see the effort, and we don't want them to see the effort.
Right.
We just want them to enjoy that end product. And for a fun time, this is not high drama, and this is not anything. It's not SUV or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's something where you can just relax, enjoy, and hopefully share a lot of laughs with the audience and with the cast. We always have problems on these comedies to keep from laughing ourselves and getting out of character, as they say.
Well, let's get the who, what, when, where, and why. It's Friday, Saturday evening, and Sunday afternoon.
That's right.
The times are?
At 7 o'clock Friday, 7 o'clock Saturday, 2 o'clock Sunday at the historic Plaza Theater, which is worth the price of admission itself.
No question about it.
And again, we encourage the community to come. We enjoy their support, and we need their support.
Can you buy tickets online?
Yes, you can buy tickets online. You can call the box office. The number is 361-2101. You can go online to plaza.org, and I think it's plaza.org.
It is.
You could Google Plaza Theater, and you will find it.
Plaza.org. I know that for a fact.
I think, there's only one other plaza that's online, I think, in the United States. So
okay, gotcha.
If you just hit Plaza, you can find your way there.
Yeah.
And yes, you can purchase tickets online, and you can choose the seat that you want. It will not be given to you by computer unless you want to do it that way. You can pick the particular seat or group of seatings that you want. You have complete control, as long as you have a valid credit card online.
It's Tuesday, and the play is this weekend. And if you've got to, if you want to get together a bunch of friends and y'all all go and sit together and enjoy the Odd Couple, make it your goal today to get in there and get those tickets.
That's right. Go back to New York City in 1965.
Yeah. Charlie, thanks for coming by, and I hope you will keep coming by as the Far Off Broadway Players continues to excel. You know, we'll have this one in the archives in about 10 years, too, and it'll be interesting.
Well, for many reasons, I hope I will keep coming by also.
All right. Thank you, sir. Charlie Goodman, now you got a title now with Far Off Broadway Players, don't you?
President.
Okay, all right. That's worth bringing up.
It comes with a lot of perks.
It does, and probably some things that you got to worry about.
Those are the perks.
All right, Charlie Goodman, thank you for coming by. The Far Off Broadway Players, the Odd Couple, this weekend at the historic Plaza.
Thank you for
having me. Listen, thank you. I was going to tell you, I had a bunch of friends of mine who were in for some concerts this weekend, and they all kept texting me saying, wow, what a place that Plaza is.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
And so, you know, it's like it's really wowing people who aren't from here. So if you are from here, why sit at home?
If you go to the Fox Theater in Atlanta, you will see the interior of the Plaza Theater, except 3 times the size.
Yeah. All right, Charlie. Looking forward to it. It's 7:36 now and 62 degrees.
Uh-oh, it's official. I'm retiring.
Did you drop your change in the bottom of your purse? Did you know that loose change could help someone struggling to pay their electric bill? The Glasgow EPB has partnered with Community Relief for a new roundup program. By agreeing to have your EPB bill rounded to the next highest dollar, the change will be provided to Community Relief to help the less fortunate here in our community. Your spare pennies can make a huge difference for those struggling to pay for their vital electricity. If you're interested in the program, please call the Glasgow EPB at 651-8341.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Someone say, well, I'm not a saint, but at least I don't do what so-and-so does. Oh, really? Let me tell you something, my friend. The ground is level at the foot of the cross. We are either saved by the grace of God or we are in a lost state. The sin of gossip will condemn a person just as quickly as the sins of immorality. And upon repentance, the blood of Christ will cleanse any and all sins that might be committed. I guess the bottom line is this. Don't compare yourself with another person when determining your level of spirituality or level of acceptability before God. Compare yourself with the Lord Jesus and then see how you come out. When we make that comparison, we all will come up short of what we need to be. Stop confessing the sins of others and start confessing your own. Stop feeling inferior because you cannot seem to be what you want to be spiritually. Give everything to Jesus and He can transform you into what He needs you to be. This is Danny White for the Refuge Church of Christ.
Thank you, Danny. I got to roll up here now and tell you it's 62 degrees, and I need to talk about these birthdays because we've had them coming in. I want to make sure that everybody covered. We love company here at the radio station, by the way, so it's always good to hear what Far Off Broadway Players has coming up, and so it's this weekend. Don't forget it. Okay, birthdays brought to you by Ralphie's Fun Center. You know, in Ralphie's Fun Center, they have a wonderful show every day at Ralphie's Fun Center, a show of fun. Whether you're having a few folks get together where you want to have a place for the kids to play and a place for the kids to do things, it's Ralphie's Fun Center. Maybe your class reunion. Wouldn't that be fun to do your class reunion at Ralphie's Fun Center? Yes, it would. Talk to them about it today. They're very good about talking to you and come up with a plan for you and your event. Well, we got Trevor Kearney today. Now, Trevor is turning 18. I think it was his mama that called up to wish Trevor Kearney a happy 18th birthday today. We have Kelly Klein Bass with a birthday. Tanya Redford, Jody Richards, Marjorie Bybee is celebrating a birthday. David Fields, Taylor Joe Pettigo is 6. We also have Haley Basham. Haley is 23, we understand. Junior Williams is 65. We have Jessica Alexander Gilbert turning 30. Sandy Copas is 60. Jason Gossett is 36. Marcia Perkins for the birthday. Carol Williams is 70 today. We have the 25th anniversary for Jeremy and Kimberly Walter. And then we have the 30th anniversary for Bill and Rita Anderson. What about that? 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Online here from WCLUradio.com. Up for grabs, an absolutely delicious birthday cake from Dairy Queen in Glasgow. And an absolutely beautiful rose from Greer's Florist in Glasgow. And those are going to go to somebody on this list that will be drawing names. Make sure you get yours in this morning.
Hi, my name is Kaylee. My Nana and Papa own Quick Stop Shoe Store, 519 Happy Valley Road. Women's sandals such as Crocs, Chinook, Bionics. We now have Skechers and Chacos. We also have kids, Crocs, Chinook, and Chacos. Don't forget we have a large selection of work and muck boots. We also have Justin and Nakona wallets. Don't forget we have new styles of Skechers sandals and Chacos for women and kids. So come on down to the Quick Stop Shoe Store and check us out.
PBI Bank is becoming Limestone Bank. To celebrate with us, visit 1006 West Main Street in Glasgow during the week of February 12th and submit a free prize entry form to win a Bison cooler valued at $329. Then join our Glasgow banking team in WCLU on Tuesday, February 20th from 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. for a live remote with prizes, refreshments, and more. Call 270-651-3543 to learn more or visit pbibank.com. PBI Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS ID number 4500016. No relationship, account, or purchase is required to enter drawing. See sweepstakes details for more information.
What will you begin in 2018? A big attic or garage or a
The Glasgow EPB is on Facebook and Twitter. Be the first to know when the EPB makes improvements such as new channels or new services. Wondering what's going on during an outage? The EPB provides constantly updated information that you can receive via Twitter on your cell phone. Plus, learn great new tips to lower your bill. On Facebook, just search for Glasgow Electric Plant Board and click the like button at the top right. On Twitter, search for the Glasgow EPB, then follow us and have updates linked to your cell phone. The Glasgow EPB, bringing you the future fast.
Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance, growing with a proud community since 1902.
At PB
Glasgow Department of Public Works Stormwater Division would like to make you aware of some of the safe snow removal strategies for homeowners. You can use de-icers before you shovel, but please use sparingly and be aware that all those chemicals are going back into our waterways. You can use a snowblower in some cases. This will minimize chemicals to your plants. You can use sand sparingly as well as bird seed for traction, and the birds like this too. So please be mindful of how you choose to remove snow from your property. A message from the City of Glasgow Department of Public Works Stormwater Division.
We gonna head up the street, head up to 621 West Main Street in Glasgow, where we will find one Bobby Lee Hurt, the proprietor of Hurt Auto Sales. He always wakes up every morning whistling a tune, can't wait to get up to the lot and sit down and talk vehicles with folks. Today is going to be no different, is it?
Yeah, that's right, Henry. I tell you what, it's a beautiful day. It just makes you want to get out and enjoy the day. And, hey, whatever you're doing, you got to enjoy weather like this, that's for sure.
This day reminds me a little bit of some of like the first days of like spring break in Florida. You know, it feels a lot like this before the sun comes out and puts on the shake and bake.
That's right. You've got a little different view than you usually have in Florida.
Yeah,
hey,
that's right.
That's okay. You can always think back or look forward or fast forward, you know.
The cars shine just as well here, I tell you. And up at Hurt Auto Sales, they are glistening this morning. What's the latest?
Just got in, Henry, a 2012 GMC Yukon.
Okay.
It's SLT. Mm-hmm. It means leather, loaded up, DVD, sunroof, local trade, and it's diamond white. Okay.
I like that term, diamond white. You know, it's not just your run-of-the-mill white.
It really makes it glisten, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And we've got it priced for $22,900. Okay.
My goodness.
Yeah.
That's in terms of Yukons, that ain't much price.
That's right. Sold new for around $70,000. So hey, come in and get a bargain.
That's right, and you'll have quite a vehicle for sure.
Most certainly. Got a 2010 GMC Terrain.
Yeah.
Black with chrome wheels, front wheel drive, priced at $9,900.
Okay, that's a GMC Terrain. Now those are very popular, and rightfully so, because they bring a whole lot to the road for sure.
A lot of joy, that's for sure. Got an 06 BMW, just traded for this one yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 535i, four-door sedan, local trade as well, and we've got it priced at a really good price for just $6,900.
Boy, that is a good price. You could probably hold out and get more for that if you weren't so excited about getting it out there on the road again.
We're going to pass the bargain along.
Okay, all right.
Smooth it right out. Okay?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Got an 04 Buick LeSabre, four-door sedan,
Mm-hmm.
Leather, loaded up, really nice car, loaded with all kinds of extras,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to sell it for just $2,900.
Of course, that LeSabre is a solid car, and boy, that's a solid bargain at $2,900 for that, Bobby Lee.
Lots of room, and believe it or not, those are the good-sized car, and they get good gas mileage.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you'd love to toss the keys to somebody and say, "See what you think."
That's right. Hey, we'd love to do that today, tomorrow, whenever you can get in and drive it and check it out. Any of them. Okay?
But there is a disclaimer here because you don't take reservations.
That's right. Yeah, we kind of first come, first serve.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. But we like to accommodate the best way we can. That whatever we can do, we'll do it. Okay.
All right, Bobby Lee, that sounds good right there. And you've got a motto up there, one that folks can live by, which is
no pain when you trade with Hurt.
And you told me you'd hang around here, and everybody's running sideways today, so Bobby's going to sit in here while I tell you about a tidbit news story or two. Is that all right?
Yes, sir.
You don't mind that? We're not going to do anything. I don't think we're going to do anything that is going to ever put you in a bad spot. All right?
That's okay.
Okay. Well,
I've been in bad spots before.
And
north, south, east, west, NEWS. Here's the latest news.
You're just so smooth at getting out of them. That's what makes the man, for sure.
There's different opinions on that, I'm sure.
We have actually, I got a theme song for you here today, Bobby. Let me get it right up here where I can put it on here for you because, sometimes Bobby Lee gets to help us out with tidbits. And this particular tidbit, you know how we have, sometimes we have theme songs?
Right. Uh-huh.
Well, you've done a good job of filling in when we have a theme song, all right?
All right.
I'm going to play the theme song right here so that people will know the theme of this particular conversation we're going to have, Bobby Lee.
Useless tidbit
sounds like a good idea.
Useless tidbit research. When you look at all the facts, it don't mean jack. It's useless tidbit research.
Yes, some useless tidbits, Bobby Lee. Follow along, all right?
Okay, I'm ready.
Dateline, Spokane, Washington. Why did the animal cross the road? Well, the answer will be it didn't.
Uh-oh.
There's been a $1 billion with a B dollar project complete in Washington State. The project will allow animals to travel unimpeded over Washington State's busiest interstate.
Whoa.
The Spokesman Review reports the construction, which is scheduled to finish in the fall of 2019, will connect two important habitats in the Prices Creek area. Larger animals like elk don't like traveling underground. The overpass is designed to give the easiest and most natural path forward.
So they're building the bridge. Okay.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's right, but they spent $1 billion to determine they needed to build a bridge.
Wow, to determine that, I tell you, I'm sure the taxpayers are really happy about that up there.
How's that for some useless research?
Yeah.
For a whole lot less money, you could build it, try it. If it didn't work, tear it down.
Yeah. Hey, you can build a pretty wide one, as a matter of fact.
That's right, and but so now we know that
that's a lot of money for just a useless research,
that's
so
right.
to speak, I guess.
That's right. Prices
Any
Creek.
kind of research.
Prices Creek must be a big creek for that much of a bridge.
It lived up to its name.
That's
didn't it?
right.
Prices. Yeah.
So anyway, it's the elk. Elk don't like traveling underground. That's what I learned.
Well, I guess a lot of people learn that.
Those shady elk, they don't want to get underground, you know.
Well, they might scrape their antlers on the
That's right.
on the concrete walking through. They might not build it tall enough, you know.
All right, I got another one for you here. Did y'all ever have wrestling matches in Wayne County?
They still have them quite a bit.
Okay, well.
We've had a lot of wrestling matches over there, that's for sure.
A melee broke out among fans at the state high school wrestling tournament in Rio Rancho, New Mexico last weekend. Newspaper there reports that two women at the center of a heated dispute disagreed on who instigated and started it. One's the mother of a high school wrestler. The other is the mother of a high school wrestler from another high school.
Uh-oh.
Their exchange escalated quickly and nearly blew up into a full-fledged fight in the stands.
Oh, golly. They probably had plenty of refs up there, too, I'm sure.
They did. It says there was a good deal of yelling and shouting and pushing, and not confined to just two women. National Guard members there helping to hand out the medals to wrestlers climbed into the stands to defuse the situation and help escort the fans away.
I guess it's a good thing National Guard was on hand.
That's right. So you have two moms whose sons are competing against each other, and they decided, they're going to have a mouth match.
Yeah. Well,
and it escalated.
And usually those mouth matches...
they escalate,
little tough every now and then, that's for sure.
Yeah, and but I guess both of them have in common one thing: they both embarrassed their kid.
I'd say that's one thing that they did accomplish.
Yeah.
For a fact, and that's usually what happens in those situations.
It is, because when you were so mad and so blind that you want to beat up a mom sitting next to you, you don't see the kid's face.
I'm sure when the kid got home, he says, "Mom, can you just shut up?"
That's right. That's right, Mom. Leave it. Leave it outside.
Yeah, that's right. Take it outside.
Go to your room. And finally, this story out of Wisconsin, Appleton International Airport says passengers on board of a Delta SkyWest flight from Minneapolis-St. Paul safely got off of a plane after a carry-on suitcase began smoking in the cabin. Did you get this? The suitcase was smoking.
Yeah. Whoa, that's not good.
No, certainly not on the plane.
Didn't read the rules, didn't listen to the instructions.
Greenville Fire Department and airport's public safety staff responded to the SkyWest plane after it landed at the Appleton Airport Sunday evening. The airport says the suitcase began smoking after the plane landed. All passengers left the plane using the stairs. Southwest says the cause of the smoke has been attributed to the customer's electronic device.
I started to say a cell phone or something.
A smoking device.
smoking device.
Yeah.
It caused a lot of uproar. That's for sure.
You know, they had the guy had a pair of underwear wrapped up or something, and just caught on fire, being
Sounds
wrapped
like
up a cell phone.
Sounds like one of them vapors.
Too much protection around it, doesn't it?
Vapes, yeah, it could be vapes. They can smoke without attribution.
Yeah.
But that's what fortunately that could really be bad if your suitcase catches on fire and it's in the stowaway above you, and it spreads. And I think when you see flames coming out of the stowaway, that's a little bit late.
You're gonna have a lot of upset people in that cabin. That's for sure.
Well, I think, Bobby Lee, that you've done a good job of being a car salesman and a Tidbit News announcer today.
Well, that's to be story comes out later on that. The rest of the story will be later.
That's right. You said you've been in some tight spots before and got out of them, so you've done good today, too, all right?
We can handle another one.
That's right, and who knows, we might get to play the theme song again one of these days.
I certainly hope so. That's for sure.
Look at all the facts that don't mean jack. It's useless tidbit research.
And Bobby Lee, you have a good day, sir. Remember, no pain when you trade with hurt.
That's correct, Henry, and everybody have a good day and enjoy this weather.
Thank you, sir. It is 7:56.
What will you begin in
We
2018?
pride ourselves on providing great customer service with a hometown feel. We invite you to come in and meet our friendly staff who can help you apply for a mortgage, apply for an ag loan, open an account, or help with any other banking service. Trust PBI Bank to be your banking partner for personal or business accounts. Come visit or call us today. We are a Kentucky-based community bank serving the Commonwealth for more than a century. Stop in or visit online at pbibank.com to learn more about what we can offer you.
We will return tomorrow right on time, and who knows what we'll get into tomorrow. But we got the live and local 8 o'clock morning edition coming your way straight ahead here on WCLU. Don't forget that, well, let me jump in here and tell you about Samantha Nicole Sullivan. I just learned that Samantha Nicole Sullivan is turning 6. I don't want to mess that up. And also want to go in here and remind you again about Nancy and Bill Settles. Nancy and Bill Settles have their 58th wedding anniversary today. A big congratulations to the Settles. And don't forget, we're patting Sandy Copus on the back today. Yeah, now Sandy is having a birthday today. It's not any birthday. It's her 60th birthday today. So here's hoping that a lot of folks have the chance to find Sandy Copus, pat her on the back, and let her know she's good as gold today from her friends here at A Little Taste of Texas. Looking forward to seeing you there for lunch today.
Yeah, Henry, just take a second to say goodbye to our internet viewers and appreciate your patience this week. We've been going through a little bit of changes up here at WCLU, and appreciate your patience with us as we try on some new equipment, huh, Henry?
Okay, we'll just we always circle back to where we need to be, so that works out good.
Yep. All right. Well,
all
see
right.
you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hi, this is William Gravely, pharmacist at Medical Arts Pharmacy. This year at Medical Arts is going to be a great year, and I want you to know why. Because at Medical Arts, we know you're special. You see, here we don't just fill prescriptions. We recognize the fact that you are a special person, particularly when you require a compounded prescription. And because of this, you have needs